Cool. So just to quickly introduce why we're doing this little workshop. So I noticed that like O1 is actually very recently really good at this, like building any sort of app. And we have this tool called Live Mode that we built before ChatGPT was released. So there's like an old video of the Bootcamp 3, I think. During the bootcamp, we hacked the ChatGPT test chat app, I guess, and we let it edit the website and generate code that like worked in the website and things. And so what I ended up doing was actually building that into a tool that I used to build the whole cheat layer dashboard. And maybe it makes sense because it's there's not like a cohesive design. It's like all like hodgepodge together. But basically, how I built it was none of these API integrations. I didn't write any of the code for this, or even any of the UI. I just kind of asked it to generate features step by step, and you can kind of build anything step by step by just asking it what you want actually. And it's really cool because it does certain things that would take me like months sometimes to implement. Like really tedious things like the GitHub integration required going from GitHub to Vercel. It required creating like a file system in the browser to clone the GitHub repo into Vercel. And I would have like taken us so long to build that, and it like generated it for us. So that's kind of cool. But also this game, I generated this game entirely just by asking it what I wanted. So this is kind of a cool game that lets you even generate games. You just kind of like put in your open router key and ask it what you want, and it generates it. Oh, someone's joining. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I think you're in the call. Oh, you're switching computers. I see. Cool. So I also built this to-do list app, and this is like a cool thing where it like starts doing some of the research for your tasks for you. And then actually you can even put context, and I put the code of the app as the context. And so I was using it for a while to even build itself by adding features. I just wrote down what feature I wanted and it would generate the code that would actually. So it's kind of useful. This is kind of fun thing. But I didn't write any of the code to build this app. I just kind of generated it is my point. So to start doing things like this, you just need the cheat layer extension installed in Chrome browser. And you can follow along with me and try things me. And I'm just going to try building some things for fun. I don't know exactly what I'm going to build, but I'm just going to try some things. So we can actually generate unlimited websites using the cheat layer extension. So let's just go to like you just need to go to any real website. So it doesn't work on the new tab page. So google.com works. Oh, hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me start with like a simple example, and then we can go from there. Oh, you can't see my screen? Oh, okay, let me share my screen. Oh shit, I was talking about the screen the whole time. That's kind of funny. Okay. So this is the game that I was talking about. that's like, okay, so there I made this game thing. It's toy.new. And I didn't write any of the code for this. And you can try it out. If you put your open router key, you can have to even describe what you want the game to look like and stuff. And then there's this to-do list app that does research for you and like does parts of the like part of your work for you. And then the context, I actually pasted the code of the app in it. So I was able to use it to build the app, which is kind of cool. And so, but I didn't write any of the code for any of these tools. I just I used live mode to generate the code. What gave you an error? Sorry.
Yes.
There's an error. Hold on. Hold on. Let me check the chat 1 second. List didn't work for me. It gave me an error. Oh, list.new. Yeah, so list.new, I think you need to enter your OpenRouter key. Yeah. We had some free tokens for a while, but then someone stole the tokens and started using it for other things. So now you have to enter your own key. But there's some yeah, you can look at the code and like there's some free models. So you can edit your own version and use one of the free models in OpenRouter and things like that too. So I like using actually their better models because this is actually this is using a better model than Perplexity. So it seems if you put the same searches or topics in Perplexity, this seems way more useful because it actually generates like working code and like links to things and stuff with I think O1 now. So you can you can put whatever model you want, but you can kind of build your own tools like this actually, which is really fun. This game was also really fun to build. So let me show you kind of a quick example of how that works. So you just kind of generate a key. Just 5. You can put a credit limit for some of these tools because like what happened to us, someone stole the key. So if someone steals the key, it's okay. Let's see. Not toys. Yeah. And then you can put your key here and then say desert with pyramids. Okay, let me just wait. It takes a while. Let me see if there's something wrong. No. I think it's just taking a while. Again. Like I'll just let that run. Okay. So let me work on like something new. So let's see. Oh yeah, Google. Web app that allows creating a list. Oh, I think someone wants to join. Hold on. Hey, how's it going? So we're going over building live mode apps together. So there's like a game and a to-do list app, and we actually built the entire CheatLayer dashboard. So you can build any sort of product because you can imagine anything that you can build into a website. You can build step by step by just asking it to add features. That's how we built this dashboard actually. So we started with like one thing and then kept adding features. And that one thing can actually be pretty complex too. Oh yeah, so I just built this to-do list app. Okay, so let me see. Please enter a test. Oh yeah, see it added test. Hello. Help. Anyways, so you can try this at home while with me. Try doing this prompt that I just entered with the Chrome extension. So what I did was I went to google.com and I hit Alt S with our Chrome extension, or you can click this icon. with our Chrome extension, and then make sure you're logged in at cheatlayer.com, and you should be able to do this unlimited times. And then what I did was generate a web app that allows you to build a simple to-do list. And we'll do more complicated things, but this is like a simple place to start. Okay, so now it's actually building it here live in the background. And it's going to generate it. And there it goes. And then, so this is a new one. We already generated one, but we just generated another one. I'm going to put the prompt that I used in the chat so you can copy it and try it yourself. And then if you come here, you see that when we finished, it gave us a URL. So there's a _35 here. So actually, there's an _34 here too. So they're both still there. So you can actually generate unlimited websites on CheatLayer like this. Unlimited little prototypes or apps, functional tools, things like that. For like demonstration, presentation purposes. But this is really useful for prototyping because I use it to build like everything now. I haven't written code in a year. So it feels like I'm cheating. So, because like this stuff writes code at like a rate of months sometimes with like some of these integrations like I was mentioning earlier. Like this, if I had written all these integrations, we'd be months behind what we are currently today. And even this entire new product, Agent Space, was all generated, all the code and everything. So, okay, so let's test this new app. Yes, this one maybe even looks better. And it has like these buttons and things. So I didn't even tell it to do that. So it's pretty good at this. So let's try something a little bit more fun or difficult. Something I want to try something that I haven't done before. So let's look at how do you do cool things like this. So this to-do list app was actually, I'm actually using it daily because it's so useful. It's like even better than Perplexity because Perplexity uses, I think, GPT 3.5. So the model isn't that great, but this is using O1. And it's actually generating code for me and like with research and stuff that's useful without any ads and stuff. And so you can kind of build your own kind of tools that are more useful than the other tools. I mean, you can even copy those tools and just remove the ads and make it a customized free local version because now you have access to like these models that can generate this kinds of stuff. And then you can build any sort of app on it by just asking it in English like this. So let me do like a little bit more complex examples for fun. Let's do like another 3D thing, like a game or something. So let's go to Google again. So the only thing is the new tab. Oh, that's weird. The new tab. Oh, it's probably because I'm running all these things. Let me close some of these. Hold on. Some of those actually do use browser resources. Okay, that should be good. I think that's good. Oh yeah, let me copy this. So let's do the 3D thing for fun first, and then we'll do like a little bit more involved app that uses like a model from OpenRouter. So OpenRouter is useful because they have some free models that they lose money on like I don't think they make money because they're giving away so many models. So you can use some of their free models as lead generation tools. And what we've noticed in our Agent Space launch is a ton of people. So before you log in, there's this like this thing here where it like you can put in your website and it'll generate like a marketing strategy and description for you. And this concept is something called a high friction onboarding, basically. So there's a thing like a concept of a low friction onboarding where everything is easy. And then there's a concept of like a high friction onboarding where they make you like go through many steps to sign up. And the reason this works is like there's a few reasons. One, it kind of like gives you value very quickly before you pay. You can kind of see proof that it's doing something, and then you click this button and then you go sign up. So that increased the conversion rate like a ton compared, like it doubled the conversion rate compared to CheatLayer. Because there's this like interactive thing that gives you some kind of value. But also the other idea behind a high friction onboarding is once you go through some of these steps and you have like some of this set up in your account, and then once you've logged in, there's like marketing agent strategy generated and all that sorts of stuff. There's like sunk cost fallacy. So people like, you've done all this already and you just want to like get going. So the last thing you really do is just kind of charge the customer. And so that's, we give them actually most of the value, kind of like Google Ads. You can kind of build the whole ad until the point you have to pay, and then you just pay to launch it. That's what we're kind of trying to do with marketing agents, basically, with this new product. So this was all built using live mode as well. And so I'll do one right after this 3D example where we use OpenRouter that shows you kind of like a way to do those kinds of free lead magnets is what you would generally call it. So yeah. And also we have free credits from OpenAI, like 2,500 in free credits. So you can get credits from OpenAI to do this stuff for free actually as well. And like the other services, AWS gives you credits. I think they give you like up to 100K in credits to startups now. We just got 100K from Google Cloud, and they have models that are free, like their Gemini model that we're using for free. Actually, this is the Gemini model we're using for free on AgentSpace. So, all right. So let me do one more cool example with 3D stuff. So let's see. Generate. I haven't done this before, so I don't know if it'll actually work, but we'll find out. And also, I can show you how to fix it actually. So, generate a 3D. Let's see. Space shooter game. Yes. That allows you to shoot. Let's see. Oh, no, let's do that later. That's fun. I'll do that later. Enemies. Let's try that. You can tell I have a lot of fun with this because you can kind of like build anything you can imagine. Like that was a simple example, but we've had customers like who are like children, not children, but like teenagers, and they've built like games and board games and stuff like that. So, oh, what did I do? Oops. Maybe that's going, but it's taking a while. Hold on. Generate a web. Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Okay. Oh, I think he's just rejoining. Okay, that's fine. Web app. That's a 3D shooter game that allows shooting enemies. Okay, I gotta copy that. It should go. Oh, it might just take a while because most of it is like JavaScript, probably. Interesting. Yeah, let's just wait. I can check too. Oh yeah. Hmm. Let me try that again. Okay. Okay, I guess let's build in. Hmm. Interesting. Let me generate a, just see if that's fine. Oh yeah, it's generating a landing page. Okay. I guess I could explain what this is. So, if you ask it to generate like a landing page, it goes into the separate mode where it also uses ideogram to generate these kinds of images. These are actually pretty good images. So you can say kind of any product and it'll even imagine that product. And this is actually even a logo for that real estate firm. And so you can imagine any product landing page and it'll generate that. So I can do an interesting thing. Let's try, let's see. Um, Landing page for a robot that cooks for you. I want to see it generate images. I think that would be interesting. Mhm. Yeah, these images take one. Yep, there it goes. Where did I start that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hmm. A robot that's cooking for you. Isn't that cool? Hmm. So in general, this is pretty useful for validating products because if you link our Vercel and GitHub API keys in the dashboard, it'll even publish this website to Vercel for you. I can do that at the end if there's time, if anyone's interested in that, to show you how that works. Basically, it sets up Stripe, Vercel, GitHub, but this is much easier to prototype before all that because like when you're building functional apps, you usually want to add features step by step. So let me do something like a functional app again. I don't know why a game didn't work. I was having trouble with the game. Maybe I have to prompt a game. I've done games before. Let me try. Let me try. That's how I built the toy thing actually. So let me try here. Maybe I can. Let me show you how to edit this actually. So if you hit Alt S again in this mode where there's a URL with /atlas, it gives you this like extra feature where you can hit Alt again, or I think Option or Mac or something, to edit any of these features. So you can click this and then say cheat layer. So that works. Or can delete the element, delete all this, and things like that. And so that's one way to edit it. Or you can also say things like, let's see, add a section with a small interactive 3D game. I wonder what'll, yeah, I wonder if that'll work. Let me see that. Okay. Cool. It's been downloaded. Yeah. So now it's adding a 3D interactive section. I hope that game works. Let's find out. To do JavaScript, it usually needs to reload it anyway, so we have to wait for it to finish a lot. Oh, that was fast. Oh, cool. See, there's a little 3D. It's like it's not a simple, it's a kind of a simple game, but you can see it doesn't do much. But okay, let's do something a little bit more interesting. Make the game a 3D space shooter. But you can see I'm just like talking to someone, like I'm talking to an engineer who's building it for me, right? I'm not actually writing any of this code that allows shooting enemies. Once you get the hang of this, it's really fun because you realize you can build anything you can imagine. You just have to like prompt it correctly. And what's happening here is you see that every step is being downloaded. So if it ever goes off the rails, you have like you can go back and open the one that you liked and say add a feature to this. Like copy the code and just say open a new prompt somewhere and just say add like a sign up button or something to this and stuff, and it'll just generate and add a feature to that. Because it does sometimes go off the rails and not like understand what you want. Like I think here, I don't know what just happened. Is it thinking? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think it failed or something. Okay, so let me do another example. Where let me hold on. If it fails, you can say that didn't work. Do it a different way. Basically, you can keep talking to it. So 3D space shooter and generate the full HTML. Sometimes you need to say that, I think. Okay. Cool. So that's basically what you do if it makes a mistake or if it goes off the rails or doesn't do something wrong. It's you can think of it like an employee. Like employees aren't always perfect. They make mistakes. The way you correct that is you kind of teach them. You say, this is what you did wrong and this is what we want instead. And you allow them to make the mistake, but you just kind of iterate to what you actually want. And it's pretty good at this actually. So okay, let's see. 3D space shooter game. And you can do this unlimited times. It's not a really good space shooter game, I think. Can I shoot? Okay, I think you just edited the code, but you get the idea. Wait, can I shoot? How do I shoot? Hold on. So you can actually follow along with me and just do this at home as well with the Chrome extension, as long as you're logged in the cheat layer with your account and everything and stuff. And go back. It's recorded, so you can go back to the same prompts that I was using and try this yourself. But it's more interesting to build whatever you wanted. Kind of. You can imagine there's like a future where, I mean, we're kind of there now. There's apps like Bolt.new and Lovable, but I think they still show more code. I think there's like a few recently that don't show any code. So those are more interesting. Oh, hold on, someone wants to join. Hey, how's it going? So we're just going over live mode demos. And so it's recorded, so you can catch up later. But basically what we've done so far is we made a little to-do list thing. It's there somewhere. And then we made this website using Ideogram to generate kind of a robot chef that cooks for you. But all we're doing is kind of, you just install the Chrome extension and you hit Alt-S on like Google.com or any website. You can even clone other websites. Maybe I'll do that. That's a fun example. But I'm just adding features step by step. And I built the entire cheat layer dashboard this way, and it saves us now, like, I think probably up to a year now, months of time, because this would have taken me months longer to implement all this stuff. Like, I didn't write any of this code. None of this code I wrote. So it's kind of, it feels like cheating because it's faster to iterate to product market fit because you can quickly generate whatever you can kind of dream of, basically. Oh, cool. There's balls now, I think. Hold on. Oh, I can shoot. Oh, I can shoot. Cool. And then, okay. Whoa, but there's nothing to shoot at. All right, interesting. All right. So you can see like the iterations we had for this. Yeah, anyways. So this was just a 3D game, but you can kind of build anything actually, literally anything you can imagine, because every website you've seen so far has been built with like JavaScript and HTML. And the only thing that makes them like maybe more functional is like APIs and backends, but I can show you how to add that now too. You can add APIs with like basically any service by actually just pasting the API into the prompt or going to the documentation. I'm going to do a more complex example using the Open Router API to show you how to make like lead magnets using their free models. I think that's pretty useful. So let's just put a few things on our list. Just remind me if I forget. So these lead magnets, as an example, we're going to clone websites. As an example, and then if I forgot anything else, remember me. Okay, so in this one, we just started with like the robot chef and kept adding features. So the idea is you can keep adding features. After it's published to this website on cheatlayer.com/atlas/_42. So all these iterations still exist. You can go back to them and like see the older versions. So this is what we had before. We couldn't shoot before. And you can share these with friends, make little like functional lead magnets, embed them places with iframes, and like use the unlimited models at Open Router to make them really actually useful and do cool sorts of things. Or even build your own tools. I like building my own tools too. So I built like this list thing that seems to be more useful than Perplexity because this is using O1. And Perplexity uses GPT 3.5, and it actually generates code for me, which is useful. And I've personalized it to what I want. So when you do a task, it does. Hold on. Oh no, my computer is going slow, I think. Okay. So it saves all the tasks in like local memory, but when you do a task, it does confetti. And you can control Z, because sometimes I just click things for confetti. And I added those features using the list itself, because in the context, I put the code of the website. So this is like my own tool that I built for myself. You can build your own tools, basically. So any tool you wanted, you can imagine. You can say, integrate with the Google Gmail API and build me this thing. And it'll go do that. And it's actually, well, I need approval from Google. Oh, I wonder if they've approved me. Hold on. for their OAuth thing, but it'll actually generate working code and stuff for that to get like the data from Gmail and stuff. So whatever you can imagine, I'm just like talking to an engineer who's building these things for me. I'm not writing any of this code. And I haven't written code in a year. I feel like I'm giving away a big secret here. So let's do something a little bit more interesting. Is anyone doing this with me right now, like while I'm going at home? Oh, there's some questions. Sorry, I missed this. What is the URL of AgentsBase? It is agentsbase.ai. And let me see here. Did I understand? With the OpenRouter chooses the best model. Yes, that's one of the options. I don't like using that because sometimes it randomly chooses the wrong model. And so, yeah. Okay. Regenerate allows you to build a simple tool. What is the URL of AgentsBase? Okay. I have a Twitter premium. Can I add their API? Yeah, you can add. Yeah, you can actually add the Twitter API and things like that, and have it build live mode. Oh, using instead of well, I think not yet. So what we're trying to do is add OpenRouter so that you can switch between any model and use your OpenRouter key for O1 and things that come out like really quickly. Yeah. Can I use their API? But you can integrate the Twitter API, yes. If you add it into the API section, it'll use their API key. And Live Mode has the ability to build Twitter apps if you just integrate their API key. And so maybe I'll do an example where I show integrating documentation, cloning a website, and like a more. And let's just add that. Let me actually add it to the list. Let's see. Cloning websites, integrating docs and open router complex API example. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's go. I guess let's do the open router one next. So this one's fun. Open router has models that are free. So you can charge by, I think, price. Yeah. Some of these, I think these have rate limits that are weird. So let's avoid those. This one looks good. Well, the 3 billion one is small. Let's see. Oh, Gemini. Experimental ones have rate limits. Okay, this one's good. 3.1, 70 billion free. That's free? That's cool. Oh, Qwen is free? What? How do they make any money? Mistral. Oh, Mistral's also good. Okay, we can try a few of these. Let's try this one. And then if you go to their API section, you can just kind of copy this code and generate a prompt, and it'll generate like it'll use that to generate like an app for you, basically. So let's go here. Let's say generate a landing page for an AI-powered Reddit that has agents that search, agents that post topics, and humans can comment on that. Humans can. Okay, let's just start there. All right. So I haven't actually done this before. I wanted to do this for a while, but I haven't actually built this thing before. So I have a list of like ideas like this that might be interesting that I've been waiting to use live mode for, because all I have to do is type it and it builds it. I should. Hold on. Sometimes it seems to get confused. So let me, or it's taking a while because it's generating a lot of JavaScript. Let's see. I think it's just taking a while. Oh yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it takes about, oh yeah, if we do a landing page, it takes about 20 seconds to start because is generating these ideogram images, but it's doing them in parallel, so it's pretty fast. So the future of discussion. Ooh, I didn't tell it to do that. That's yeah. So these are actually ideogram images. So that's why it kind of takes a few seconds if you ask for a landing page. But if you don't ask for a landing page, it can go right to an app. But okay, so now let's add this API feature stuff. So a section at the bottom that's functional and uses this API with this API key to allow humans to generate subreddits where agents generate a list of topics using the API, and humans can comment. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm going to paste that code from OpenRouter. So I took some code on OpenRouter.
You took the Python or the TypeScript?
The
Or it
TypeScript.
doesn't matter?
Yeah, I don't think it matters, but I usually take the TypeScript. And then create an API key. And you should put a credit limit because for these, like, even though it's free, someone might steal the key or something. So if it's like free, I would just put like one. I don't think you need a credit limit if it's free, but I'm just gonna put $1. And say, what is this? AI Reddit. And create. Copy. Let's put this key in here. Okay. It should be going. Nice. If you guys generate anything cool, you can paste the link in the chat. I'd like to see it. Because these are all live on the internet, actually. And you can share them.
Question.
Mhm.
You're building. I mean, right now we're seeing your screen on the cloud on the server, or you're running locally in your computer.
And my computer. So I'm doing this with the Chrome extension, actually. So you can install the Chrome extension locally, like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somehow I don't get to make it work in my computer.
Do you have the Chrome
Same.
extension in Chrome?
Yes, sir.
I would create a new Chrome profile. Sometimes there are like a Loom or some extensions cause issues. So a new Chrome profile can be created by clicking this icon and then scrolling down and then
Do it
new.
from there. Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. And then make sure you're logged in at cheatlayer.com and then try this as a simple example. Generate a landing page for a real estate firm.
Okay.
Okay. And your account is not it's a lifetime or a paid account or something, right? It's not like a free account or anything.
The cheat layer one? No.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, that would be the only issues that would block it and things. It was if it was like somehow a free account or something. But yeah, okay. So let me see if this worked. I don't know if it worked. Hold on. Not generating any topics. Let's see. Okay, that didn't work. The generate topic button doesn't work. We use the API to generate subreddits with tabs that get added to a tab interface and topics in a list of 5. Let's check out. Hold on. Let's try again. And generate the full HTML. We just switched to, I think, O1 preview for this. We used to use the Gemini model, which never used to make that mistake, but O1 preview is better at the output, but sometimes it's confused. And so, and the reason we switched this to O1 preview is because we have OpenAI credits, so this is free for us actually. So you can take advantage of that. Let's see. I don't think it's working. Hold on. Is it doing what I want? Let's see. Is there an error? Ah.
Maybe because you choose the SDK, or it's the same as API.
I think it's using the OpenAI API. Let's see. I've used this before. Okay, let me just. Okay, so what you can do is you can even give it the error and say. Well, you don't have to say this. I think you can just give it the error. Let me see what happens. You just give it the error. Okay. Oh, I see. It just kind of explains it. Well, we can tell it to generate the full code. Hmm. You might be going off the rails. Let me just let it finish. Hold on. Interesting. Let's see if that works. Okay, cool. So if it does that, I guess this must be a quirk of the new O1 preview model. Just say generate the HTML directly without explaining it, and it'll generate the code instead of explaining it. And the way you bring this chat up again is just hit Alt-S. It seems easier just to hide it between generations, just so you can see. But yeah, you can bring it up again with Alt-S. So let's see what it does here. I really want this app. Let me try generating it from scratch. Hold on. Oh, it still haven't finished. Okay. I think I should tell it to use fetch instead or something. Let's try that. Then I copy this into it. Okay, be this. Yeah, that's fine. Hmm. Maybe I'll give you a better template because I've done this a few times. Let's see. This is a good template. Okay, cool. Open router. Yeah, here it is. Cool. I should publish her on, I guess. All right, this one's more appropriate. Use this API to generate a web app that's an AI-powered Reddit. Okay, let's start there. That allows you to click a button to add topics like subreddits, and it generates a list of topics and to add subreddits for each list of 5 topics for each. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Yeah. Generate the HTML. I can publish this prompt somewhere if it works well. Let's see. Okay, you got something. The cool thing about this is like you can generate unlimited of these websites, so you can experiment. It doesn't hurt to try this, and it's actually kind of fun because you kind of discover like anything, stuff like that. Build cool apps and stuff. Okay, let's see what this does. Robots. No, hold on. What is it doing? Is it taking a while to generate? Maybe. What is it doing? Oh, it's doing something. Oh, cool. Subreddit robots. Yeah, cool. All right. What? Wait, hold on. Cars. Does it just replace it? Ah, it just adds something here. Okay, okay. So this is a good starting point. You can think of this as like an MVP. So if you don't know what an MVP is, it's like a minimum viable product. It's the thesis is that you want to experiment quickly. So you don't want to build the full app. You just want to build the basic app that provides value to one customer, not every customer, so that you can talk to that customer and iterate to product market fit by understanding the underlying truth of the market. And so having those conversations and tighter iteration loops with the customer faster actually allows you to iterate to product market fit faster. And this kind of MVP approach is a framework that allows you to experiment quickly. And so this, like we just built an MVP just by prompting. So it's actually very useful. Generally, you want to build the products with the customer. So now you would go to the customer, show them this thing and get their feedback and say what other feature they want. If you're the customer, actually, I wanted this myself. Then you can iterate really quickly. You just use it yourself and just keep adding the features you want, right? That's what I did with this list app. Let's check our list app. Did we make any progress? Okay, we kind of did this, but let's keep going. Hold on. So I want to add features. Okay, that works. Make each sub edit a new tab in a tabbed interface with lists that open to show the research for each topic. Go. Oh, I should have generated the full HTML. I think I have to do that every time, or we can add it to the prompt so you don't have to. So let's see. It's probably explaining it. Yeah. Boo-boo, doo-boo-doo. Okay. So generate the full HTML without explaining. I wonder if I got confused. Hold on. Where's my prompt? Maybe I can show you an example of it going off. So, okay, so it kind of went off the rails here. If that happens, it downloads every step. So there was a step here. This was the last working step. And what we can do is take this and open the code, copy that code, and then open a new tab. So this is the last working thing. You can take that code and upload it to like, I guess WordPress or Vercel or something. So let's say change this to add a new tab in a tabbed interface. Each new subreddit added. In each tab, add lists of topics that can be clicked to see more details. Okay. I'm gonna paste this code again. Let's see what it does. I might have had to ask. Generate full HTML. No, it's going. Okay. AI powered Reddit topic generator. Cool. Okay, so robots. Oh, it takes a while, I think. There it is. Cool. Nice. Bars? Yeah, because it's using the API. Okay. Nice. That's kind of like what I wanted. It looks like it's broken. Hold on. Oh yeah. See how it's not saving anything? So one thing you can do is say add local Chrome local storage to save subreddits that are added. Generate the full HTML without explanations. Okay. So Chrome local storage is this trick that lets you store things in your browser. So you can build these kinds of, that's what lists.new uses to do storage. You can build your own kind of little tools that stores data in Chrome local storage without having any sort of complicated backend or anything. Some apps like those like photo editors and stuff like that tend to use that without having to log in. So that's one way to do that. Let's see. So what we want to just test is that. Oh no, it went backwards. Uh-oh. Okay. Hold on, let's go. Let's try to fix it. I want the one with the... No, that's not it. Obama. Oh, wait. Oh, I think it did do it, but it made it a cache. See how it's faster? Hmm. Interesting. Let me see. Is this one? All right. Okay. Yeah. So let's get 53. The other way you can get the HTML is this Control U. Shows you the HTML last working one that we liked. And then let me try adding a feature. Let's see. Okay. Update this to store the tabs and subreddits from local storage. We can do Firebase next to add like a real backend to add like, we can maybe do like a chat app or something. Yeah. So let's see. Do this and generate full HTML without explanations, and paste in the code and hit enter. Since, yeah, well, yeah. Okay. Right. So let's do robot. Nice. Arms. Oh, I don't think it's generating content. Okay, well, let's just see if it saves it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, it takes. Interesting. Okay. And it saves it if I refresh. Cool. So we've added memory to our app now. That's neat. So you make your like little functional tools here that have like persistent memory until you clear your like Chrome storage. Let's maybe do like a Firebase example. Oh, let's do a cloning example. So I guess the most cloned website is probably the Stripe dashboard. Let's try that. I've done that. That kind of looks cool. Okay. So generate a dashboard. Looks like this. For a marketing agent tool. Yeah, maybe that's good. With all the charts and data. Okay. Oh, I should keep telling it to generate the full HTML, and then I have to do that again. Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's like copying the Stripe interface with like balances, transactions, customers, and like kind of the same framework. I think for charts, it's going to be JavaScript, so it has to finish, but I've seen it generate the charts before too. So if there's like a design or something you want, you can go and say, or you can even take that HTML, like copy the HTML and say, add a feature to this and make this look like this or something. Make it look more modern. You actually, one thing you can do is make it say, just make it look better. Keep running that prompt. That's a cheat code. It's funny. All right, so that's cloning websites. You can do that with any website, I think. Yeah. Oh, I think O1 prevents some things like, you know, like horror or sexual abuse or things like that. So there might be some like it has its like filter, but most websites I've seen it been able to do that. Okay. So I'm gonna check that off for the confetti. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta go soon anyway, but we can do another one of these live mode sessions if this was useful, because this is kind of fun too for me, because you just kind of build anything you can imagine. I didn't know this would work, actually. I didn't, but I just wanted to build this for a while, this Reddit kind of app. So I guess I would keep adding features to this. And let's see, what else did I have on the list? Integrating docs. Okay, yeah, we can try one of those examples. So you can go to, like, I guess OpenRouter is pretty good, but let me paste this prompt in the chat and maybe publish it somewhere. So this what did I do? Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the prompt that I used to use the OpenRouter API. Obviously you have to use your own key, and this key doesn't have much limit anyway, so let me just replace it with key. Okay, I'll put it in the chat, but also maybe I'll publish it somewhere. Oh, there's some questions. Let me answer questions. Did it get in the chat? Yeah, it can figure it out from the thing. Yeah, okay. So, but I'll put in the let's put in the Discord too somewhere. Yeah.
But I think it got truncated in the chat, so go to the Discord.
Yeah, I can put it in the Discord. Let's see. There's a code block thing. Okay, there we go. So good thing I didn't paste my key there. I mean, you can guard against like that by putting a credit limit. And this is a free model, but they can put an actual like expensive model. Oh, that's an expensive model. Yeah, so let's see. If you want the free model, what you should do is change that prompt and use a different model find the model that you want, like this one, and then copy this line. And maybe I'll explain it here. Let's see. Replace the model line from OpenRouter docs like this. Okay. Okay. So that's like the starting, this is just like start, but you can replace the prompt to build sort of any sort of tool that you can imagine. Lead magnets are really cool like this. Like I told you, for Agent Space, it worked. It seemed to like double our conversion rate to add that. And we tested it with VVO for like the week up to the launch. We tested different copywriting and that lead magnet thing basically, and it doubled the conversion rate because of that thesis of like high friction onboarding that I was describing earlier, basically. So, okay. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it we can do for today, but we'll do another one of these. Let me go back and answer questions real quick. Let's see. Simple to-do list. Is the voice input on the roadmap instead of typing in the prompt? Oh yeah, we tested voice input. So we take phone. There's phone agents that you can set up with Twilio, and I just for fun I want to switch that to the real-time API from OpenAI because it's kind of fun to interact with. But it's not really like a high focus for us because like we're kind of iterating to product market fit. So when you're iterating to product market fit, you try to make the big decisions in test first. Like for example, we're testing marketing agents as a vertical now before you go and make like smaller decisions. And then eventually we'll probably add voice commands and stuff like that. But we want to make sure that this is like the best market and ICP and things like that. And so we're kind of, the way you learn that is by meeting customers and talking to them and then trying to understand like the underlying truth of the market, not necessarily exactly what they're saying, but because it's hard for one person to predict a market actually. So it's hard for one founder or even one customer to predict a market. So to do it correctly, you kind of have to do something through statistical significance where you meet hundreds or maybe at least 50 customers and then try to figure out what's the common underlying problem they all have. And then you have to kind of deduce a solution to that that's completely independent of maybe what the customer wanted. So there's this like famous example where Henry Ford says like, if he had asked his customers what they wanted, they would just send faster horses or something, right? And you get the idea. So it's really hard to like, what's the idea of statistical significance? And you can avoid that problem by first principles approach and treating everything like an experiment, basically. So are you in the cloud server? Oh, I'm locally right now on my own browser in Chrome. You can do it locally. Did you get that working, by the way?
Yeah, I have my real estate agency in Bahamas. That works.
Cool, you got it working. Okay, so you can build sort of any app and landing page and lead magnet. And if I didn't get to finish, but if you check on the in our YouTube, there's a tutorial that shows you how to set up Supabase, GitHub, Stripe, Vercel. So this product it'll actually charge customers even if you don't have the product, like Cooking Chef. Even if you haven't built the Cooking Chef, it allows you to validate the idea as if you had built this professional website for a cooking chef. And actually, like you can imagine, you can build the website to look exactly like the final version if you had something went wrong with my screen. Oh, something with the recorder. If you had like I went and actually built the product, but this allows you to just kind of validate things faster with a pay button, because the wait list doesn't really validate products really strongly. But if people are willing to pay for this Cooking Chef, then you know you can go build the chef now. Basically, you don't have to spend a year to build the chef and validate it. You can validate it like just by showing it to the ICP, basically. Okay. So let's go back to questions real quick. I have to go soon. Let's see, it's helpful. Thank you. After the prompt in live mode, sometimes it says how long time to task. Other times not. Oh, how long time it'll take to finish the task. Sometimes not. Oh, yeah. So it depends on complexity. So if you're building like a really complex app, sometimes it could take like minutes to generate. That's good though, because you want it to generate the whole thing correctly. Landing pages take like 20 seconds to start because they generate images and things. And I think we need to edit some of our prompts because we switched to O1 recently. So sometimes it might just break. So you just have to retry it. It's unlimited and like it's not gonna cost you anything to try experiment and stuff. So that's kind of good at least. So even if it does break, you can just say fix it as many times as you can. It needs to actually fix it. And then we're gonna switch to a new version of this that even allows you to edit the backend code in Vercel, which means you can do really cool. I didn't get to do Firebase, but you can do really cool things because you can basically build any sort of product that other services have built because you can edit the backend as well. I think Bolt.new, Lovable, those kinds of tools also do that. But this is more like you don't see actually the code. You just kind of talk to it and fix it, basically. It fixes it for you, kind of like you're talking to an engineer who's kind of building it for you, basically. Yeah. So, all right. I think that's pretty much it, all the questions. Yeah, we'll do another one. I'll let you know on the schedule when it's going to be. And I'll put the recording in the Discord. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Have fun. Oh, did you have a question? Okay. Bye, guys.